All right. This is a raw unboxing of the Insta360 X4. This just came out like yesterday or 2 days ago, and I found that my local camera store that I normally go to was carrying it. So I made sure that I was there exactly when they opened this morning and got there, and they said that there was only one. So I took it. So this is a raw review of the Insta360 X4. Let's unbox this thing. So if you guys follow me, you guys know that I am a huge Insta360 fan. I've been using it since the X2. I use it for my runs, I use it for my bike rides. I use it for pretty much everything. So, wow. Just off the bat, you can already see it's a little bit beefier, a little bit heavier. It's got some grooves in the back now, which is pretty dope. But yeah, all in all, it's the same machine. It's just upgraded. We have now 8K. So that is game changing because now we can do a lot more with post editing. So we can zoom in a bit more, not lose resolution. 8K is a step up from any action camera that's out there. So pretty cool to see that they added 8K into this. We can do a lot of things with that. So that's very exciting. So we got the camera. In this box, we probably should have a lens cover, like a lens hood. Let's see. They didn't have the creator combos or like the bike combos or like any like thing like that. They just had the raw camera, which is fine. I already do have the selfie stick, so I don't really need an extra selfie stick. Okay, so we have a little baggie. Looks like we have a little like external case. I don't know what you would use this for, but this is pretty dope. Not really sure. Damn, this is noticeably heavier. This thing is beefy. But let's see. No, that doesn't cover the lens. I don't know. It looks pretty cool, but not really sure what that does. We got a charging cable. We got a cleaning cloth. Oh, it does come with the lens guard. Dope. That's fire. So something new that they added this year is lens guards. And what that means is like when you're shooting, I don't know, like action shots and you have like dirt involved that can anything that can potentially scratch the lens. They've created these little lens guards that you can just twist on to your camera so you can protect your lens. This is huge, especially when I'm out on the bike. Sometimes things pop up off the road, and this can be, very useful for protecting that lens, because any little scratch that can happen on that lens, it's like game over. I've scratched my past two Insta360s. I had to go through two X2s because I made a dumb mistake and didn't cover my camera, and it tipped over and like barely just nicked the ground and just put a gash right in the lens. So anytime I was filming, from there on out, you could see just a little gash in every footage, which was like not too noticeable, but like when you're the actual creator creating, I mean, I could see it in every shot, and it would bug me. So this is a definitely a cool thing that Insta360 just added in by just allowing us to be able to get those riskier shots and not have to worry about just completely gashing our lens. So this is cool. This looks like just a lens or a camera cover, which is pretty dope. A little bit of an upgrade from the last one. The last one was just like a little sleeve that you put over the top. This is like more of like a case where you can zip up, which is pretty dope. But yeah, other than that, I mean, that's the camera. I'm sure you guys don't really care too much about like all the little nitty gritty stuff. You guys want to see how it actually looks. And that's all I give a shit about too. So we've got 8K. So we're going to go set up for a bike ride, and we're going to go test this thing out. So let's see what 8K looks like on the bike. I'm going to overlay the bike ride, and I'm going to kind of speak through my first experience with it. So today we did about 45 minutes on the bike. And what I do typically is I have a selfie stick, and I literally just duct tape it to my bars. So that's what we did. And first initial thoughts was, obviously I know the camera was visibly a little bit bigger, a little bit heavier, but nothing that was like affecting my bike rides or anything like that. It's just very slight. The biggest comparison difference from previous versions that I've noticed immediately was the timing between off and on in recording is significantly quicker than the last generations. At least with the X3, it seemed like it took about 10 seconds to crank on and start recording. Whereas this one, it felt like it was 3 to 4 seconds. It was almost immediate, which is really cool because when you're doing action shots like this, you want to be able to record in the moment. So if you're having to wait 10 seconds, I was having to always start the X3 early. Whereas now it's pretty instantaneous, so which is pretty cool. Another feature that I just found out that I didn't get to use today was voice activation, which is really cool. So you can set up voice activation, you can set up hand motions so the camera sees you and it knows when to start recording based off of hand gestures, which is pretty dope. And then also, certain words that you say, you can say like start recording or stop recording, and it's going to do so to whatever you set, which is pretty dope. Those are the main things that I noticed, like visibly in the moment. After I edited this video, I could immediately see the 8K quality. It just seems to be so sharp. And keep in mind, I had everything in auto today. So you can see a little bit of overexposure in some of the shots, which is fine. Doesn't really bother me too much. If you look on the sides of the frames, I have the ND motion blur on, so it gives it that like blur effect. Other than that, like I'm clearly seeing the 8K, the more resolution in the shot, which is pretty visible, which is really cool. And I think that is a big separator from the previous version. Going forward in the future, I would probably shoot flat. I want to, figure out how to shoot. I believe it shoots in D-Log, so you can, color it yourself. I would like to see how that looks. I believe that would be the most optimal way to do it. Whereas when you're fully on auto like this, you're gonna get some shots that are overexposed depending on like where the sun's hitting the lens. So you can see it working pretty hard to like give the best shot it can, but some of the greens are a little bit overexposed. There is some great dynamic range though. The fact that you can, make out the clouds clearly without it being like overblown out or anything is a great sign. But I would imagine if you shoot in flat, like right here, definitely a little bit overexposed. You can still see the dynamic range, which is dope, but a little bit blown out. But man, huge upgrade from the X3. That is my first experience with the Insta360 X4. If you are new to this channel, I mainly share my live training for marathons, training for Ironmans. So I'm always using the Insta360 X series. So now that the X4 is out and I have my hands on it, you're going to see regular content on the bike with it. You're going to see tomorrow will be running, and we have a marathon coming up in 11 days. So I'm going to carry it the whole marathon and document the entire race with the Insta360 X4. I might be the first one to complete a marathon with the X4, which is kind of cool. Stay tuned for that. If you guys have any questions on the X4 specifically, just shoot me a comment and I'd be happy to help. But that's day one with the X4. We're obviously going to be collecting a lot more footage. We're going to get better with the camera, with the editing as well. And, just from the looks of it, 8K, it's pretty insane. So we're going to get some crispy shots this year. So thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next video. Peace.